Our topic for today is a blame game. This, I believe, has affected us one way or the other throughout our lives. It's either we are the ones who blame others, maybe we are being blamed. As a matter of fact, some people have even accepted the victim mode perpetually. So yes, the blame game. What is the blame game? I believe we should start with a bit of a definition. Basically, it's a defense mechanism and usually unconscious because, when you do something for so long, you do it without even thinking about it. So usually it's a defense mechanism where you have an unconscious impulse to deflect your vulnerability to another. Basically, the person who is into this classic blame game dance might not even realize it, feels he or she's right, has a reason to do that. And usually, the motive is to either attack the other person because you feel they've done something wrong or they keep doing something, sometimes to shame the other, to expose them, to pressure them, put them, put another in an uncomfortable situation. And you begin to ask, for what purpose? What do you want to gain from blaming another? And sometimes it's just to gain sympathy. Sometimes you want to maintain privileges, all in an effort not to take responsibility or accept consequences for our actions, for your actions. And we have to understand that sometimes accepting responsibility for someone who is involved in blaming others just cannot be tolerated or entertained. Because this person feels, everybody else is responsible for my failure. Everybody else is responsible because the reason I am in this situation is because of you. Basically, this person or this set of individuals cannot accept that they are the cause of a situation, that they brought a situation on top of themselves. They just cannot accept the consequences. Now, we have to understand that behind every situation or every action, there's a story. So, one person just didn't start, blaming others from the blues. There's a story behind it. What are these stories? I'm talking about insecurities, not wanting to be vulnerable. Sometimes it's the fear of loss, either of losing oneself or another, loneliness, fear of abandonment, self-deception, and of course the classic one, a fragile ego. So, when these stories happen, there's sometimes that people are even unconsciously pinning what they need to take responsibility on another. Let's talk about rather not what you're doing to others, especially when you want to change the story. Why not talk about how a situation makes you feel rather than blaming the other? For example, you make me do this is a classic blame shifting situation. Sometimes we pin our anger outburst on another, saying you made me get angry because you did this. In that situation, you are not able to accept that it's your fault, that you could not control your anger, you could not control your temper. Or, for example, blaming another for being obese. Oh, you know what? It's your fault I'm obese because you put all this unhealthy food in my sight, or you load the refrigerator with unhealthy food, or you cook unhealthy meals. You